one of my holy grail figures? Yes, please. So in today's video, I'm unboxing my favorite Spider-Man. And that might be a controversial opinion, I know. But in my opinion, and I can state only that this is my opinion, this is the best Spider-Man suit live action going, and no one can change my mind. That's right, I said it. End of story. And I want no arguments. I'm sure a lot of you will agree anyway, but for those that don't, it's just my opinion. Also, it's not that deep, it doesn't matter. You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion. This is, like I say, I hunted for this figure for like months and months and months, and it's actually been sat on my shelf for a while. I've been waiting to have display shelves before I opened it, because I didn't really want it to get super dusty, and I wanted to do this video. So here we are today, unboxing and reviewing the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield Marvel Legends figure from No Way Home. Although it doesn't say that, I think it's licensing. They weren't allowed to use the No Way Home stuff for Andrew, but regardless, we're going to open this bad boy up and see what he's like. So, I've actually filmed this once already, and my camera decided that it didn't want to record. I need to figure out what the problem is, because it's really annoying me. But I have unboxed Spider-Man. I cut a flap at the bottom, so I can put him back in the box if I want to. Look at him. He is pretty amazing. Pardon the pun. I immediately tried to crunch him, and there is a little bit of a paint scuff on him, which is really annoying. And I didn't really expect that from Hasbro, and has actually really quite annoyed me, because I spent months looking for this guy, only for it to do that. I don't know whether or not it's because it's too warm today or what, but either way, not ideal. Yeah, that's the negative about it. The paint job is kind of fragile, I guess. Some positives though, before I scuffed the paint was really nice. Everywhere else, it looks really good. I would have liked the red to be a little bit more vibrant, and the blue maybe to be a little bit more saturated. Kind of like they've got it in the artwork for the suit, but it is what it is, it's fine. Yeah, other than that, he's kind of just like a standard Spider-Man figure. He doesn't have toe articulation, which, as you guys are fully aware, my opinion is all Spider-Man figures should have toe articulation at some point, especially ones where like they're movie ones and they're not going to get done super often, so I think they should have included it, but it's not the end of the world. There is also a little bit of a paint scuff on the boot on this one. It is what it is. We're just going to move on from the paint. This is my favourite Spider-Man. And the Spider-Man debate will never end, because it's one of those where everyone is so opinionated on who the best Spider-Man is, or who their favourite Spider-Man is, that people are just not enjoying Spider-Man anymore. So, my favourite Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield. That doesn't mean I don't like the other Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland are also very good. With that out the way, I very much like this figure. I know the paint sucks a little bit, for me. A lot of people probably haven't had that and have had perfect figures, and it's worked really nicely for them. But the paint has disappointed me a little bit, I can't lie. This will still probably be my favourite figure. What we got with the figure though is we got the figure itself, and on the figure we have two web shooty hands, because you need those. And we also got a grasping hand. There you go, there's a grasping hand there. Wonderful. And we got a fist. The weird thing is about these is we only get one of each, which I feel like they could have included 2 sets. Like, come on, Hasbro. Why are you giving me one hand? Like, I don't have a normal Like, this is as close to a normal hand as I've got. Otherwise, he's like shooting webs or fisting. And the other thing we have is the Amazing Spider-Man head sculpt, or the Amazing Spider-Man 2 head sculpt, sorry. This is the one I'm going to be using because whilst this head sculpt is objectively very good, I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it for you now because he looks like Benji from Pitch Perfect. And I can't unsee it. And I saw that ever since this figure got released, it's what I've seen and I can't unsee it. But the paint job on him is incredible. He's got 5 o'clock shadow. Like, he's got a beard coming through. He's got, the eyes are really nice. The eyebrows are great. The hair has really nice texture. I know the hair isn't actually painted. It's just plastic, but feels like it's got a nice texture to it. And yeah, he looks like a person. So that is good. That is a good thing. Much better than the abomination that was the Maximum series anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna headless. I'm gonna pop this head on. There he is. There's my boy. Look at him. He's so cool. That's my Spider-Man right there. Awesome. I very much love this. Articulation wise, we have some really nice head movement. Nice articulation going on. Obviously he can do, 360 heads. Not that you need to. You can kind of get like a nice head tilt. Yeah, he's got good head articulation. We can T-pose. We can catch a train. Wrong series, I know. But we've got some kind of okay butterfly joints. They're kind of stiff, actually. They're a little bit like... There's a bit of movement in there, actually. Not too bad. We have then standard elbows, standard arms and everything. We have a decent amount of crunch, though I do think you have to be careful with this figure because, like I said, I've just scuffed it along here, as you can see. Then we don't have hip rotation, which is fine because I don't feel you need it. We do have thigh rotation, which is good, as well as, does this have hip pulls? You've got a little bit of hip pull movement. Legs can come all the way up and then all the way in like this, which is good. And can he do the splits? Nearly. It's a pretty basic figure, and then the ankle articulation's good, and we've got a little socket on the bottom as well if you wanted to stick him on anything. He's a cool fig. He's a really cool figure. And should we do the promo art? You know the one. There we go. Obviously, I'm now going to compare him to the Amazing Spider-Man figure that we did in the last video, because why would we not? We gotta put them next to each other. Oh, and look at this. We do also have, in a really strange place actually, I think that those are not where they're meant to be. But we do have tiny web shooters. Look at that. So cool. I might paint the white detail on there because they haven't done that. So as you can see, the differences between the two of them, obviously the Hasbro one is quite a lot taller than this one. And it just looks a lot better, in my opinion. I prefer that suit, but figure-wise, they actually go really well together. And I think that they're not too far off size-wise that I would be super mad to like put them together in a set. We do also have on hand the Maximum series we can compare him to as well, and he's actually a little bit taller than just a touch, just a little bit taller than Andrew there. Whoa, chill out, mate, you're drunk. There's 3 fantastic, amazing, spectacular Spider-Man figures that I very much enjoy. Let me know which one your favorite is, because there's a lot of them. I think my favorite out of the 3 of them is this one, only because I've been looking for it for ages. I've been trying to get it for ages, and now I've got it. But in reality, it's probably the Maximum series because of all of the accessories it comes with and everything else. But this one will forever have a place in my heart. This one is an incredible addition for the price I got it at. They have, since I released that video, put the price up. I think it's now more towards like the £20 mark instead of the £8 that I got it for. So yeah, all in all, a fantastic figure. Let me know whether or not you're going to go and try and get one of these. I tried for ages and couldn't get one for a decent price. Found one at Comic-Con though, because it was there. Look at your local cons, look at those kind of places. That's where I found him. That's pretty much it for this video, I think. I am going to start doing some toy photography with these in future videos. I do want to make that part of the video process, I think, just because I've got all of these figures and I know how to do photography, so put them together and away we go. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. Are you going to get it? Have you already got it? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.